Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today I'm really excited to bring you from our friends at Waffle Flowers the Spotlight Stencils and also the Herb Silhouette Stamps. So Debbie made some really cute cards, and I'm going to show you a demo on how to put it all together to make these quick and easy cards, so come play with us. So this first card I want to show you, this is what my friend Debbie made. You can see it's got this great square here. She used the Spotlight Square stencil. The way these work is they have the center square that just lifts right out, and then they've got these lines around. I don't know if you can see the lines. Let's see. There we go. You see the lines around this. That's so that you can place the square wherever you'd like it on your card. Thank you for the zoom, Steve. And you can square your card up. And that way, if you like move it or take it away for some reason, that you know how to square it up again, which is a very clever technique there. So let me show you how Debbie did this. She took her square and she also used the following colors here with this. She used roasted coffee on the outside edge, and then she added the fire coral towards the middle, and then the center one is the canary yellow. So she did that first, and then she stamped right here using, I think this one right here. She stamped this off to the side using that roasted coffee again. You see how it extends off. She matted her card with dark cardstock, and then she covered it with dark brown cardstock, and then she just brought in another piece of paper and just laid that down on top of that. So she stamped on the white cardstock. See how it's extending off of the edge? And then she stamped the with sympathy also extending off of the edge. So it's very asymmetrical and a very cool and quick and easy card. So let me grab these stamps out of here, and I will demonstrate these so you do know how to use them. So that was the square. Then the circles, for this one, Debbie used some really beautiful pastel colors. She used this beautiful blue, it's actually periwinkle, and then shifted to the pink next using the flamingo paradise. And then the last one, she moved her stencil here to the center, and then she added the, this one's Jersey cream. And then along, she stamped here also using the a brown ink pad. I forgot to grab that, but it's listed on our supply list. And the Thinking of You. So she added a couple of these and layered those, and then added, here we go, these wonderful green border dazzles along the top and bottom edge of her card. And as you can see, it doesn't sink through that ink, but the more that you ink overlapping, it does have a little bit of a shadow through there. So if you're going to be doing a lot of inking or using water-based inks like I'm going to show you next, then you would definitely want to do some layering of your paper there so it doesn't show through the bottom of your, or inside of your card. So for the star, Debbie did something really cool. She used these in a completely different way. So this is a center step card, all right, and they come pre-folded and pre-die cut like this from hot off the press. You get all of these things at Paper Wishes. You get 5 cards and 5 coordinating envelopes. And then she used the Dotted Duo #3 paper pack. She used this golden yellow and the black dot paper. And then she also used these gold border dazzle stickers to decorate those. Now I should mention too, on the inside of this front of the package, there's a pattern on how to cut out all these pieces and glue them to the card. So that makes it nice and easy. But she used her star here as a template to trace around this and off from, she traced it on black dot. And then she just added some gold glitter glue around the edge of the star and let that dry. And then she used the template here, the stencil, and just very lightly used a little bit of black ink right there just to give that smoky look, and then stamped Miss You there. Added a few of the little branches. I just love what she did here. That's just a great card and a completely different use for that, okay? So let me show you how to put one of these together. So the first thing I did is I'm taking a 5 by 6.5 inch card. I just glued a little bit of dirty black cardstock just on 3 sides. So I made it go flush with the even here. Wow, I'm having trouble speaking today. Not good when you're filming. The cardstock is flush with the fold right here. So here's some cardstock that I've cut to size. And that's going to also go flush with the fold. So that's going to be my work surface right there. All right, so we're going to take a craft mat here so that we have a nice clean work surface. And I think I'm going to use the circle for mine. So Debbie suggested, and I agree, to use a little bit of stencil tape. This is just low tack tape from Hunky Dory. And you just want to tack down your card so it's not moving around. And then although these do have lines on them, which I'm going to use to square up everything here, I'm also going to use some stick and spray. This is repositional adhesive, and I love using it for all my stencils. So that's just makes this whole process much easier. I really want to make sure I get, I'm primarily aiming kind of for this area right here. And I'm going to put it on the back side because this is the area that we want to really stick to our card. So I'm going to do this off camera because I don't want to spray it all over my table. What a mess. Kind of just sprays like hairspray. You can see it on here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to be using my little guides along the top there. And there we go. All right, and then I'm also going to be using my blender brushes. If you haven't got yourself a set of blender brushes, if you're a stamper or you do any kind of ink pad work at all, these are a must-have. And then I'm also going to use Harmony. These are from Spectrum Noir. They're water reactive dye inks. So this one is Lagoon and this one is Pine Tree. They're among my favorite colors. So I'm going to start off with a little bit of Lagoon. Right, and I'm going to start off to the side here, and I'm just going to go in like this. Right? And I like to wipe these off right away because inevitably I pick one up and use it on another color and it's already got something on it. So that can be very irritating. All right, so now I'm going to use a smaller one. I'm going to use the Pine Tree. And I'm going to do that on the right side. And I'm just going to blend that right into that Lagoon. Alrighty. Actually, I really want to put some more Lagoon on there because I don't feel like it's quite dark enough on that side. So there we go. I like that better. Another brush here. I'm going to use a larger brush on the pine. I think I like that better than the smaller brush. All right, so you see I've kind of got a half and half situation. I wasn't really going for equal pieces there. All right, so now we're going to lift this off, our stencil off. All right, and I'm still going to tap this, keep this taped down. All right, and now actually, no, I'm going to remove it because I'm going to be using my stamping platform to stamp the botanical parts of that. If you're not familiar with the stamping platform, it is sort of a miracle thing that came out years ago, and it's sort of a must-have tool. So if you're new to stamping, I would really encourage that. All right, so for this one, I'm going to use, let's do Miss You. So we can do the Miss You kind of going off this side. And I like these, I think they're bamboo shoots. right there. And I'm going to stamp one and then I will stamp the other. So close that platform so that these stick. I'm going to move my magnets around a little better. Yeah, I like that better. All right, so I'm going to use, this is Memento ink, just black ink pad. Oops, the stencil stuck to it. And push this down, make sure those stamps are connecting. It's a great thing about the stamping platform. If you don't connect well the first time, you can just try it again. So we're going to take these off, and then we're going to add that second bamboo, and I want it to kind of cross over a little bit like that. And I'm just going to apply ink to the stamp. I think it was off screen the first time. And there we go. Okay. Clean this off my stamping platform so I don't forget about that and get it on another card. All right, now the reason I use the water reactive is I want to take my little misting bottle here and I want to just put a couple little splatters on there. Now the black ink that I used was not water reactive, so it won't harm that in any way. So I'm just going to put a couple little splatters right there. Oops, didn't mean to connect with the paper there. There we go. So if you can see that, you might need to zoom in a little bit more. And a couple more splatters, and that's good to go there. So I just really liked with the bamboo and the water reactive ink, a very clean and modern look to that. But I want to add maybe just a little bit more color to the card. So I'm going to, one of my brushes, go back to that lagoon, and this is just off the cuff. Hadn't planned on doing this, but I want to put a little bit on the corner there. And a little bit on the corner on opposite edges. There we go. So now I'm going to take that and I am going to, normally I'd wait a little bit for my water to dry completely so I didn't get any bubbles from my water. So I'm just going to use my Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue. Don't need a lot of glue to keep this in place, so I'm just going to put that right there. Now I'd say that's a pretty quick and easy card, but we're not done yet. Take a couple of these green dazzles right here, just one of these I think. That right across. I like to tack it on one side and then just stretch it across like that so it's even. Turn the card over, trim that even with the card edge. Right, and now I'm going to use this jute twine. I've got some black jute twine here. I'm going to put that starting on the inside of my card, and I'm just going to wrap this so that it's wrapped 2 times around the card. And I don't want anything too fussy like a bow, so I think I'm just going to tie a knot. I'm going to try to maintain those clean lines. Trim those tails. I'm going to move that over a little bit Okay, there we go. So as you can see, quick and easy card. I could even do a little more spattering up on the corners and stuff if I hadn't added that at the last minute. But you guys, we've got a great money saver on the stamp set and these stencils, so I would encourage you to check that out. If you're watching us on our Webisode page on paperwishes.com, then you'll just want to look for the money saver below the video, or excuse me, it's to the right of the video. And all the items that I used here and that Debbie used are listed under the video in the product use box. There's also a photo gallery there. If you're watching us on YouTube, then take a look at the description box below the video. We have links to paperwishes.com, links to this money saver. And if you like our video, just give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing. We do lots of videos a week and you'll find lots of fun things to play with. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.